What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Mr. E-Boss of the Southside Bosses, coming to you here live on Reggae Hour, baby. We're gonna do a whole new little I want to make sure I got this straight. We're going to do a whole new style today. We're not going to start off with music. We're going to come on and give it to you raw. We got some music, though, because you know this is Reggae Hour, so you know we keep y'all with the best rhythms, the best dance halls, and just getting it down for you. Best way to wake up this early morning. If you're on the East Coast right now, it's 10 a.m. If you're on Central Time, it is 9 a.m. So good morning to everybody. I hope you all are doing well. I hope that you all are following us as well, and if not, then go ahead and hit that follow button on whatever streaming service that you like, that you're listening to right now. You could be listening on iHeart, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, or more. Doesn't matter. Just go ahead and hit that follow button. That way you get that way you get a notification every time we drop a new episode, because you know we stay hot. Make sure you share us to your family and friends. Let them know they can find some of the best underground reggae right here. And that doesn't stop there. We bring y'all some great reggae artists. Just like next Tuesday, we're going to have Sky the Limit back in the building, bringing us some of her newest music. This woman has been working, so y'all need to go ahead and check her out. That is Sky the Limit. You can find that event on our Facebook group, page at BOSS Podcast, BOSS Radio. Just to let you know, we are always going to be bringing y'all some of the hottest talent that's in here, and that way you be up to date with what's really going on. You heard me? Alrighty, but today we ain't got no special guests. We actually got some things I want to talk to y'all about, because, you know, the news is going around. I mean, things are going around and the news ain't really covering it all. So we want to go ahead and touch on a few things and let y'all know what's really going on. So today we're going to be talking about the monkeypox infection that happened over there in Massachusetts. We're going to be talking about student loan forgiveness. And we're also going to be talking about how to, what was the last one? Oh, the Oklahoma restrictive abortion law. We have just found out that it's one of the most restrictive abortion laws in the United States. So we're going to be definitely talking about that. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. Tune in, turn up, and zone out, baby. Already, like I said, go ahead and share us to your family and friends. Let them know that we are here and we are doing it. And we are going to be going live. We are live. So make sure y'all follow us on our page as well. SouthsideBeautyCare.com is our sponsor. They have all types of gift boxes. This right now for this month, they got a gift box that for the dads. You can definitely enjoy a 15% discount on that. In that gift box, they're going to be able to get a beard balm. They're going to be able to get a beard oil. They're going to be able to get skin cream, just depending on what you want. They're also going to be able to get African black soap. That way they can keep that skin and that flesh healthy, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very hard to find things for men that keeps their skin feeling healthy while at the same time not making them feel too girly, you heard me? But you also could go ahead and get some of that Coach Leatherwear fragrance oil by our Inspired label brand. So make sure y'all go and check that out. You can get any fragrance oil that we actually have on our shop, which you can be able to find at SouthsideBeautyCare.com, baby. Go ahead and follow BOSS Radio and Southside Boss Connection at www.sbcmovement.com. We're located on Instagram. We're located on Twitter at Southside Boss Connection. So make sure y'all follow us there as well, man. Please come on and show some love. You heard me? Already. But you know, today we're going to, like I said, we're going to be talking about monkeypox, student loan forgiveness, and the abortion bill out of Oklahoma. So y'all make sure y'all tune in and turn up. We got some music coming to you right now. You're going to be listening to that Eagle Rhythm by Vibes Cartel. Free Vibes Cartel, man. And we're also going to be hitting y'all with some words from our sponsors. So y'all make sure y'all tune in, turn up, and zone out. And when we come back, we're going to get into it, baby.
BOSS, Southside Boss,
something so outrageous that you can't help but think. This stupid crazy situations happen all the time, and people get into situationships on a regular. So, what would you do if you were in their place? Check out our podcast as we discuss just that on What Would You Do podcast on iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and all your other favorite streaming services. Make sure to search hashtag What Would You Do podcast.
Bang, bang, bang. DJ Walker, them know themselves is or something.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
Them lick the dead. They must lick the dead. Matra.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
vampire price class. Man a run and a lick up in the that you finna run a fire that a sing. Be your two clipper rapid and you cocky fire pin. Fuck them lose themselves or something.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
Them lick them head. Them must lick them head.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
Waterford, shut a spin like gyal a wine fast. Everybody got to go to eat when a fly past. Skin get a fire, vampire price fast. Man a run and a lift up in the you feel a run a fire that a sing. Be your two clipper rapid and you cocky fire pin. Egypt, fuck them lose them senses or something.
Something wrong with them.
Bang, bang, bang.
Something wrong with them.
Dancer.
Them lick them head.
What is YouTube
Them
channel?
must lick them head.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
Waterford, shut a spin like gyal a wine fast. Everybody got to go to eat when a fly past. Skin get a fire, vampire price fast. Man a run and a lick up in the your two clipper rapid and you cocky fire pin. Egypt, fuck them lose them senses or something.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
Bang, 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 bang.
Them lick them head. Them must lick them head.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
Waterford, shut a spin like gyal a wine fast. Everybody that you go to eat with a fly past. Skin get a fire, vampire price fast. Man a run and a lick up in the you finna run a fire that a sing. Be your two clipper rapid and you cocky fire pin. Egypt, fuck them lose them senses or something.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
Them lick them head. Them must lick them head.
Something wrong with them. Something wrong with them.
Waterford, shut a spin like gyal a wine fast. Everybody got to go to eat when a fly past. Skin get a fire, vampire price fast. Man a run and a lick up in the you finna run a fire that a sing. Be your two clipper rapid and you cocky fire pin. Lucky.
Dancer, yeah. What is
BOSS
YouTube
Radio. BOSS Radio.
BOSS Radio, Southside Bosses, its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guests. Statements or show topics are not necessarily the beliefs of the site or the radio station, and opinions between talk show hosts may conflict. This site does not endorse anything as the truth. That you will have to judge for yourself. But we try to speak the truth on the owner's behalf and reserve the right to question the supposed truth. In this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and government corruption, it is sometimes hard to get to the truth, but we must try. It is not our intention to libel, discriminate, make hate, or annoy anyone. We believe that it is our constitutional First Amendment right of free speech to voice our opinions and our duty to the Constitution and country to expose the truth. This site takes no responsibility for the opinions of others and the postings of comments in chat rooms or forum posts.
As Mr. Flavor, I am proud to bring to you Mr. E's the Music Maestro.
Yes, sir, I am in the building, and you know what else is in the building of United States? MonkeyPox. Man, this MonkeyPox is not something to be shy at. You know, this is something we definitely need to keep an eye on because it's very dangerous. You know, it's not coronavirus dangerous, but it is dangerous. So you got to make sure that you're careful with it. You know what I'm saying? But it came after a day after Massachusetts health authorities confirmed a case of a rare and sometimes serious viral illness called monkeypox. The officials in New York said that they were investigating it on Thursday amid a rash of cases that was outside of the disease's typical territory. Now, monkeypox, it can be passed from animals to humans and back again. and is usually found in Central and West Africa. But health authorities in Europe have confirmed more than a dozen cases this month, and they are investigating dozens more. Now, some of these infections are confirmed in the United Kingdom and France, and they have no travel links to a place where monkeypox is regularly found, according to the officials. So this suggests that the virus may be spreading throughout the community. Now, this is something to be really concerned with, because that means that you don't know if this is in your community or not. And knowing that it is the case in Massachusetts, we don't know if there's people in Massachusetts who don't have health insurance, who are afraid of going to get their health bill or the hospital bill or the ambulance bill. So they think they can self-medicate, they can self-treat. And this is one of those diseases that just cannot self-treat. It's very, very, I forgot the word, but it's pretty much, it's not something that regular over-the-counter medicines can actually take care of. Now, monkeypox is not known to spread easily between humans, but the fact that the cases are emerging in several countries at once, and it has the signs of sustained transmission in people, is very striking. And that is meaning that it's just spreading, and we don't know why it's spreading. We don't know how it's spreading, but we know it is spreading. Now, it's either a lot of bad luck, or it's something quite unusual happened, according to Katsurakis. I may not even have his name, but he's a professor of evolution and genomics at University of Oxford. Now, okay, so a lot of y'all are like, what the hell is monkeypox? I know what the hell chickenpox is, but what the hell is monkeypox? Well, monkeypox is named for the animals in which it was discovered, obviously, and the disease cropped up in 1958 among monkeys that they kept for research, according to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. More than a decade before a human case was identified in the Democratic Republic of Congo. That means that they have been experimenting and testing this virus 10 years before it even came into humans. So that means that it is not something that was readily human, like it was just not, it wasn't a human disease. And it sounds like, and this is straight out of Washington Post, this is not no conspiracy or anything, but it sounds like 10 years before a human case was found, they were experimenting on it. It was researching it. They researched the monkeys who had this disease. So now humans can get it. So when humans started getting it, they did a mass vaccination against smallpox, and that presumably curbed the monkeypox infections for a time among humans. Now, the cases came back thanks in part to a lack of immunity in later generations. More than 450 cases have been reported in Nigeria since 2017. So you mean to tell me for thousands of years we weren't able to catch monkeypox? They started to research and experiment on the monkeys that had monkeypox, and 10 years later, humans started getting it. And now you're saying because they had a lack of immunity, meaning that they want you to go get another vaccine. I don't know how your body can have a lack of immunity to something that has already been exposed to, unless it was something that was not supposed to be exposed to in the first place. Your body has a great immune system. So, with that being said, if it is compromised because of outside interference. It was compromised because people decided to put something in their system that compromised their immune system. Now, a lot of people are like, that ain't how it works. Technically, if you don't take care of your body won't take care of you, and that is how it works. So, it sounds to me like it has a leg to stand on. Now, monkeypox infections typically last 2 to 4 weeks, and they begin with like flu-like symptoms. You have swelling of the lymph nodes and eventually fluid-filled bumps or the pox spread across the skin. Now, this ain't no skin condition. It's not a skin disease. It just it affects the skin because the skin is an organ, and just like any other disease affecting any other kind of organ, it will affect it in the wrong kind of way. So y'all make sure y'all keep your eye out for these different symptoms, because we don't want y'all coming up with it and coming over my house. You're not coming over to my house. I refuse. Sorry, not sorry. But anyways, with the monkeypox, it can be very deadly. Just know that there's only 2 different strains. there's there's a more deadly strain called the Congo Basin strain, and 1 out of 10 people have been found to die, according to the WHO. But the West African strain that appeared is only fatal for about 1 in 100 people. So that means that you just have to take care of yourself, and more likely you'll be able to beat it. Now, the milder strain is the one that's infecting people who are hospitalized in the UK, but they do not know what the patient in Massachusetts have. So we have to be very careful, especially people in Massachusetts. If you think you're coming down with the flu, go to the hospital. If you know you had the flu shot, but you're still showing flu symptoms, definitely admit yourself to the hospital, because we do not want you. Now, I'm not no medical professional, but that's why I'm taking that the health officials have said, make sure you get hospital. It doesn't matter if you have insurance or not. Make sure you get hospital help. Make sure you get medical help, because it's going to be way worse for you. It's going to cost you more in the end than a debt to the hospital that you really don't have to pay when you're alive. Just remember that. So I just want to make sure that y'all understand that it's serious out here, that there's monkeypox and all types of other poxes. These diseases, and as you see, they snitch on themselves. The monkeys that had monkeypox 10 years before a human had it, they was researching. They had kept them in captivity, and they was researching on them. This is how a lot of things get found. And these people who find them, they keep the cure for themselves while they see what it does to the world. And y'all think that them evil scientists on Batman and Superman weren't real. Well, as you can see, they were real. They got it from somewhere. They had to come up with the idea based off the truth. So I hope that the case in Massachusetts, the person who has the case in Massachusetts, I hope they're doing well. And so keep them in their prayers. Keep it in the prayers that this monkeypox does not spread across the nation, because we cannot deal with monkeypox and deal with the coronavirus at the same time. Now, does it affect the coronavirus? No. But it's just like having diarrhea and having a major headache at the same time. You do not want both of them. You don't want either one, but you definitely don't want both at the same time. So make sure y'all keep aware of that. Make sure y'all watching people that's right. Hey, I suggest you keep your mask on and social distance. Not saying that you can catch smallpox through the air, or that the mask would help you, but I'm pretty sure the mask will help you refrain from catching a lot of stuff out there. So make sure that y'all just protect yourself. Look out for yourself. Take care of your immune system by eating healthy. Make sure you ingest the right food. Make sure you put the right food in your body. That way this food can go and strengthen your body, so your body will be strong enough to withstand any of the diseases and things that come at you at a daily basis. Because it seems like this world is really trying to take us out the game. Seriously. And I ain't going for it. I am not going for it. But like I say, just make sure y'all keep up with that. And when we come back after this short break, we're going to talk about these student loans and why they're not moving. Because I'm sorry, but it's a lot. It's 43 million people hurting in the United States, and it seems like the Biden administration really aren't trying to move to fix that anytime soon. So we're going to be talking about that and why he's not, after you hear a word from our sponsor, and then you're going to hear Come Alive by Sky the Limit, because I'm going to make you come out alive. Oh my God, I can't even sing it like her, so I'm shut up. This is your girl that you can catch this Tuesday here on Reggae Hour BOSS Radio, baby. So make sure you're already following us on your favorite streaming service. But if you want to catch it live, go to sbcmovement.com and make sure you go over to and share it with all of your friends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat. Make sure that they know about it so that they can catch Sky the Limit and make you come out alive. You heard of me? Alrighty, but this is the word from our sponsor, followed by Sky the Limit here on BOSS Radio, baby. Skin and hair care makes the perfect gift. Oh yeah? Yeah, especially when it comes in all natural forms for Southside Beauty Care. Our gift boxes include natural and raw black soap from Africa, hair and beard oil that will make your hair strong and shiny, Beer balm with essential oils such as cedarwood, whole wood, and more to style that manscape on your face.
I could use that.
Our signature skincare cream designed to quench your skin's thirst and make it shine like Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon.
Did you just show your age?
Get your box today at SouthsideBeautyCare.com.
Pain House Records.
Cha-ching! Sky the limit. Send me out the holy man in it.
Pretty smile, add a little. Body me got her that you love to it a sizzle. You know if you cool it down like rain and make it drizzle. You love the vibe what me give you when you open bracket into number mingle. Not even Ollie get a grip you like me grip you. Time for take off so when they ready launch a missile. Obviously from the dead me get a reason, yeah. I saw me make you come alive. I saw me make you come alive. So tight, grip you so right. Alive. I saw me make you come alive. I saw me make you come alive. So tight, grip you so right. Alive. What a sight to see you come alive.
You make me come alive, make the dead rise. In my ears with a little pretty voice. Body sexy, titty nice. Your Vicky C to the side, it a slide. Your looks so right, you love the touch. When you're feeling down, me will feel you up. Your skin so soft, you're never tough. Me love how you ride, me like biking
I saw me make you come alive. I saw me make you come alive. So tight, grip you so right. Alive. I saw me make you come alive. I saw me make you come alive. So tight, grip you so right. Alive. Want to say to see you come alive. The sticky pretty kitty glow upon you. No bag of money now this never pass through. Think I know more for put it on you. Show me all the things I can do.
Girl, me love the way you brace it back. I me love the way you arch your back. That style like give me heart attack. Come on, shake like a aftershock.
I saw me make you come alive. I saw me make you come alive. So tight, grip you so right. Alive. I saw me make you come alive. I saw me make you come alive. So tight, grip you so right. Alive. Want to say to see you come alive. Me and you want me want you. So let's get it on. Maybe we can get it on. Me and you want me want you. So let's get it on. Yeah. Pretty smile, add a little. Body me got her that I love to eat a sizzle. You know if you cool it down like rain and make it drizzle. You love the vibe when we get you on, yeah. Knock it into number mingle. Not even Ollie get a grip, like me grip you, babe. Time for take off so when they ready launch a missile. Obviously from the dead me get a reason, yeah. I saw me make you come alive. I saw me make you come alive. So tight, grip you so right. Alive. I saw me make you come alive. I saw me make you come alive. So tight, grip you so right. Alive. What a sight to see you come alive.
BOSS Radio.
Told you she gon' make you come out the light. Featuring Cha-Ching Ching, man. Boy, I might be getting your boy Cha-Ching Ching on here soon. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be reaching out to his manager real soon. But you definitely could check out Sky the Limit this Tuesday. I'll go check out all her previous interviews. We have 2 other interviews with Sky the Limit, and she's also gonna be joining us on some on a few different shows after that. Hopefully this Sunday. We're still working on getting her on this Sunday for What Would You Do, which you already know goes down real good. So y'all make sure y'all tune in Sunday night. Just look for us on your favorite streaming service, either Passionate Love, or you can look for What Would You Do. And both of them will pop up. And when you do, just go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow that one as well. And share us to your favorite family members on all your favorite social media sites already. Again, we are on Facebook and Instagram at Southside Boss Connection and BOSS Radio. And we going to continue to bring you the best. Continue. All right. But right now, I do want to talk to y'all about the student loan forgiveness that that is the main reason a lot of different people voted for Biden. And well, it seems like he kind of reneged on that. Now, the student loan reform advocates are suing the Biden era education department over the slow-moving debt relief process for students who had like pretty much been defrauded by these for-profit colleges. I'm one of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I went to Kaplan College. I should have known better. It was called Kaplan. Cap. That shit was full of cap, and not a graduation cap. They was capping like a motherfucker when they told me I was gonna be able to. They was gonna find me a job and all types of stuff. My background ain't gonna matter. Yeah, whatever. But anyways, I'll talk about that more after this. But for nearly 6 years across administrations, the department has shirked its obligations, leaving countless borrowers in the dark about whether or when they will even receive the relief they owed under the federal law. And this is reported by the Student Defense Litigation Director, Eric Rothschild. Now, he goes on to say that the department has everything they need to free borrowers from financial limbo and offer them a well-deserved fresh start. It's beyond time they act on it. I'm going to tell you why they ain't going to act on it. They're too busy sending that money over there to Ukraine right now. That's what they're doing. They can't give you, they cannot forgive you because they need to be able to say that you owe them so that they can borrow money from somebody else saying that I'm going to rob Peter to pay Paul. Now, I think that's bull, but hey, that's how economics work. At least that's how economics in this government work. So they sending all our money over to these other countries, Israel getting billions of dollars. There's a couple other countries I don't have on hand right now, but we did a report on this last year or the year before last about who's getting all the money. And with that being said, if they can't even help out the the United States citizen, then how are they able to help out people who aren't even citizens? Well, that's because they're sending that money back to their home countries. That way, when the United States does collapse and this land is taken over by the debtors and the people who, the Federal Reserve pretty much, and they become its own country because, it's very possible. That's just like if you don't pay your house note, you took out a loan on your house, they going to come get your house and move somebody else up in that motherfucker, right? That's what's going to happen. I mean, that's just how economics work. So if they're going to be doing that, they want to make sure that their homes is secured. That way, when they send their families back home, it's secured. Ukraine is going to be very secure. Look at all these other NATO countries, Finland and Sweden, that's actually joined NATO. And the thing about it is, they aren't even North Atlantic countries. So how are they joining the North Atlantic Treaty Organization? There's literally countries in North Atlantic that's located on the African or Alkebulan land or Alkebulan or African continent, and they aren't even NATO's. And they work with the United States. So why aren't they been inducted into NATO? That's something we got to look into. There's no African country that is a part of NATO. But I digress. Let's go back to the United States. Now, the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights under law, the National Consumer Law Center, and the Student Defense filed a lawsuit against the Department of Education and the Education Department Secretary Miguel Cardona on Thursday. The group filed the suit on behalf of former Westwood College students who they said had been waiting 6 years for debt relief under the borrower defense to repayment process. The Education Department did not respond, so that goes to tell you they're not even trying. They're not even trying. Now, what happened? Okay, let's talk about Westwood. Then I'll tell you about Cap land. Cap land full of Kappas. Anyways, and I ain't talking about like Kappa, Alpha, and all that. No, we'll talk about that in a minute. But anyways, Westwood College students see piecemeal forgiveness. The U.S. citizens and eligible non-citizens, looking at the eligible non-citizens, with federally backed student loan debt can apply for borrower defense if their college or career school education misled them or engaged in other misconduct in violation of certain state laws, according to the Education Department's Federal Student Aid Office. What does that mean? If they promised you that they could get you a job, they fucked up. They was never supposed to promise you that. That's what they did with me. They promised me that I was going to be able to get a job. They promised me that my background wasn't going to keep me from getting a job, and that was a lie. And they just did not help me. They gave me a subpar education. Then I went back. I'm in Texas. I went back to Florida. Found out in order to be a medical assistant, you don't even have to go to school. Wow. Now, this counter cancellation, it falls up under the Borrower Defense Loan Discharge Program. So make sure that if you are like pretty much looking to get your student loan forgiven, and you have not already put in for this program, the Borrower Defense Program, then I'm going to put a link in the chat box for this episode. I'm about to put that here in a moment, and you can go ahead and click that link, because we need to do something. Something has to come to a conclusion somehow, some way. And with that being said, please do what you got to do, because it's not going to be. They're not trying to give you anything. They're not trying to give you anything. As you can see, they're trying to give it all away. So we need to get ours before we can actually, before they give it all away. For real. Now, Westwood, which shuttered its office in their windows in 2015, and they had made substantial misrepresentations about job placement rates. And in November 2016, the Illinois Attorney General filed a group borrower defense claim on behalf of defrauded students, specifically those who had attended a criminal justice program in Illinois. Now, the borrower defense applications surged after the Obama administration cracked down on predatory for-profit colleges in 2015 and created new regulations. But the mechanism for defrauded borrowers seeking debt relief broke down during the Trump administration. We all know why. We all know why. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like Biden, but you got to be real with it. You know, Trump wasn't no better. I was just like, at least we know what we're getting with Trump. Biden, we didn't know what we were getting. We were just getting a whole bunch of lies. Everything Trump said he was going to do, he tried to do. He trust me, he tried to do it. I mean, that we can at least say he did. He at least tried to do it. But Biden said he was going to get in and do all this stuff, and look at him. He ain't even looking at it no more. He gave y'all that check for getting them in the office. He said, okay, I'm going to get that money back from y'all real quick. Raise the gas prices. Nah, just playing. Which is going to be something else we're going to talk about, because there's a lot of misinformation that's going on. A lot of people saying that Biden affects the gas prices. Some people are saying Biden don't affect the gas prices. Both of them are kind of true, and we will talk about that on Revolutionary Hour on one of these upcoming shows. So make sure y'all are following us on Spreaker.com/user/MR_E. But with all of this being said, and all these lawsuits that's coming against the Biden administration for not acting on what they're supposed to be acting on in order to get this student loan forgiven, you have Mitt Romney and other Republicans trying to introduce a bill that would stop Biden from canceling student loan debt. 5 Republicans introduced this bill this week, and I think that's to counter the students that got defrauded. So I'm not understanding Republicans. If they got defrauded, why do you want them to be defrauded? Why do you want your people to be defrauded? Because the legislation bars Biden from taking any action to cancel or forgive borrowers' balances. The bill is unlikely to become law anytime soon with the 50-50 Senate and Democratic-controlled House. But the midterms are coming up. And you're going to have a lot of rich people, because a lot of rich people is the ones who's making money off of these interest loans, the interest off the loans. They're the ones that's making the money. That's why the Republicans do not want to forgive these loans. They're like, fuck it. If they poor, they poor. If they die, they die. It's just amazing how, the people that you actually vote into office have no caring for you. And you think that this Democratic Republic is going to be something that we can all agree on. No, we can't. This is why it was supposed to be a republic. For every issue, all people were supposed to be able, just like how you have Prop 57, Prop 419, Prop 3420, Everything is supposed to be a prop. This student loan forgiveness thing is supposed to be a prop for us to be able to decide. Let us decide if 43 million student loan borrowers should be pulled out of debt just because they wanted to better their lives. That should be mandatory. Every country, every nation should have higher learning as a mandatory. If you want to see higher progress, then it should be mandatory, which only lets me know more that there are outside influences because they don't want the inside to build up and be strong. That tells you right there, just like I was saying with the MonkeyPox. With the student loan forgiveness, how they're sending out money to these other countries. That's why they want the money. They want the money so that they can put it into their own countries, upbuild their countries while tearing down this country. Hey, and y'all are ready for it. Y'all want that to happen because you keep voting the same people in the office. And don't say Biden was weak. We put Biden in the office so they can stop. He said he was going to stop that. And then turn around and send all that money to Ukraine, but he won't send no soldiers over there. What the fuck are we even bothering them for? They're a NATO country. No, they aren't. They wanted to be a NATO country. We're invested in countries that ain't even part of us yet. What if we end up getting Ukraine out of this shit and then they turn around and leave NATO? That leaves us fucked. That leaves the people that are with you fucked. I'm riding in a car with you. You pull over to pick up this motherfucker here. And guess what? Now this motherfucker got us getting pulled over. Because they were looking for him. Now I got to deal with the police. Nigga, you don't know if I got a warrant or not? Real talk. So, with that being said, I think that we really need to, you know what? I think y'all need to make some moves real quick. And I ain't talking about the United States government. I'm talking about you United States citizens. You got the midterms coming up. I don't know if voting even going to matter because, the way it seems like, no, voting does not matter. But hopefully you'll be able to actually make something happen this midterm because we need some people in there that's going to get the student loan forgiveness automatically taken care of, because Biden is like, I'm telling Congress to take care of it. How you gonna tell Congress to take care of it? You know that the Republicans start trying to stop this shit. The Republicans don't want you to take care of it, motherfucker. Sign the executive order, Biden. Anyways, when we come back, we're going to be discussing the Oklahoma abortion bill. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that, because that is the most restrictive abortion bill that if they pass in the whole country. So we're going to definitely talk about that. And if you haven't already checked out our abortion episode, then go on our show. It is on Talking But Ain't Saying Nothing, I believe. Let me make sure of that. But make sure you go check it out, because we have some wonderful women on there that actually breaks down exactly why we should not, what they feel about it. Because, and at the end, that's who it matters, right? That it doesn't matter about everybody else. It's on Reggae Hour. So after this episode, make sure y'all go back. It's the discussion about Roe versus Wade. So after this, matter of fact, if you just let it play after this show is over with, after we talk about the Oklahoma abortion, it'll go right on into it. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. That will be coming up next after this podcast. But right now, we got Flesh Raw Rhythm by Disciple DJ here on BOS Says Radio, baby.
Disciple DJ, you can play that big flash walk. So we tell them bless, flash walk. So we tell them bigger than your wants, bigger than your needs, bigger than your problems, bigger than your diseases, bigger than your hurts, bigger than your pains, bigger than your failures, bigger than your gains, bigger than your ups, bigger than your downs, bigger than them demons, bigger than them clowns, bigger than Satan. Him alone you see where's the crown. So me tell them bills and expense got the bigger than that. A money for rent got the bigger than that. A problem child got the bigger than that. An evil smile got the life on that threat got the bigger than that. A fresh addiction got the bigger than that. Lack of direction got the bigger than that. Ephesians 3:20 says that bigger than your friends, bigger than your enemies, bigger than pretenders, we bigger than your frenemies, bigger than your boss, bigger than your work. So don't come from my don't get this corrupt. Bigger than advancement, bigger than luck, bigger than the henchman, bigger than the Glocky alarm. Gives the blessing when he starts. Satan has to start. Bills and expense got the bigger than that. A money for rent got the bigger than that. A problem child got the bigger than that. An People smile, got the life on that tread, got the bigger than that. A fresh addiction, got the bigger than that. Like a direction, got the bigger than that. Ephesians 3:20.
Me, nah drink that chunk. If I sing, you know, no can't bring that. Come, me no want party if I feel. Our this father closer than a man and his barber. You know that I when me want, but you know there is a part of me that's warring against part of me like Spartans. Jesus live in water, make me smart, so me know everything else a dirty water. So me say, me nah drink that chunk. If I sin, you know no can't bring that. Come, me no want partake of it. Next thing me farm and save habits, and then me can't abstain from it. Pop down and get a bad name from it. Sin I want something where contain damage and you can't fix it by putting band-aid on it. Yeah, Satan want to hypnotize me, trick the hyphy, start low soft for the chick beside me. Like say him want me for this me wifey. Outer road look slippery like say it is icy. This me want to know why them off your van strictly tight jeans. I fi ask Jesus to keep my eyelids and keep beside me. Come swiftly, I need you. Lucifer want sift me like wheat, just like Peter. But my Jesus deliver me lies like pizza, so the devil can't get to tell nobody outer road. Say him kick with my feet. Come and she wrote temptation and want me fi bite peace and then wash it down with a sip of Ribena. Me nah drink that chunk. If I sin, you know no can't bring that. Come, me no want partake of it. Next thing me farm and save habits, and then me can't abstain from it. Pop down and get a bad name from it. Sin I want something will contain damage and you can't fix it by putting band-aid on it.
Them attack cars and call it serious funny, hard money, bad girl.
Disciple DJ, tell them not, changes for the world.
Lose the Bible with the Winslow and Henry. My youth, forget the Vermano and times Vartel. Satan out to take your soul. Get him out your head. Certain artists pretending to have God 100% down, but them have a farm of godliness like none. Them attack cars and call it serious funny, money, bad girl honey. Sick love the girl slapper and say sorry, them skin so forensic and funny. Them attack who and wife, realize you don't need every on the radio twice. Cause the Eden got some believing and feeding the youth make them like fries. It's a disguise, wrapped up like a prize. On the inside, you're just a fly. Thinking you're wise for you, the 1st of April now becomes the 4th of July. But it's not your culture, you're a vulture to another man's error and blunder. The word of God is a safe place that brings shelter. Many men running before and now they have helter. See God touch, God reach, God feel. Jesus is God, stop and read. You can be a wise man, heed instruction from godly lead. See God touch, God reach, God feel. Jesus is God, stop and read. You can be a wise man, heed instruction from godly lead. What the real Babylon system influencing my virgin ancestry. One of them claim to be saved. Do a gospel album, next song sing about high grade. But him really ain't change. If it in the name of God depart from evil. If it in the name of God stop deceiving. If it in the name of God start believing that every verse that you did split upon for every verse. Yes, you will give account for everything that you did write and sing. And the youth man listen and him did act upon. Life is a wheel like rubbish that burn. Hypocritical like Amish.com. You don't really care about the social aspect and spiritual life in the gospel of John. You don't really care about the mother that cry. You don't really care about the son that die. All you really care about is stash that high. And you can't run house and your clothes that fly. But all of that good, rock away. So I refuse to wear, rock away crew. Being Christ got me in a nice state, kinda like New Jersey. Don't wear Sean John from my hip to my feet. I'm born again, I got new jeans. And although the stereo might play, and I'm not the stereotype like I war. Christ is just for I war. He is the boss like hi sir. Jesus Christ is higher.
You should Satan say that we mark for death. Like him don't know Elohim never feel me yet. Watch drag me down in sin cemetery, but in Christ we live ever ready. Never say that we mark for death. Him forget Yahweh never feel me yet. Why keep we down in a sin cemetery, but in Christ we live ever ready. Chapter 1, all glory be unto him who was there even before time stepped in. That's right, never lose, always win. Omni Trinity unto everlasting. Forever he teach my hands to war like an eagle. Over them I will soar. Blood wash through the door. Logos, Rhema, hear the lion roar. Satan said that we mark for death. Like him don't know Elohim never fail we yet. Why drag we down in sin cemetery, but in Christ we live ever ready. Tell them never say that we mark for death. Him forget Yahweh never fail we yet. Why keep we down in a sin cemetery, but in Christ we live ever ready.
God alone, sit banish your own. God alone, sit banish your own. Reality music, but them I choose to refuse it. God alone, one God, one God. Holy Father I me walk out. Left, right, we go march out. Shine your light till the wicked get dark out. Upright liberty with ya when we talk about. Stay bright, change life, we move all down. Forgot me go all out. Yeah, we name I go call out. God by my side so the wicked get stamp out. Meditate upon the word we got camp out. God alone, sit by his throne. God alone, sit by his throne. Reality music, but them I choose to refuse it. God alone, one God, one God.
Disciple DJ, tell them enough changes to the world.
Skinny. Skin and hair care makes the perfect gift. Oh yeah? Yeah, especially when it comes in all natural forms for Southside Beauty Care. Our gift boxes include natural and raw black soap from Africa, hair and beard oil that will make your hair strong and shiny, beard balm with essential oils such as cedarwood, hoe wood, and more to style that manscape on your face.
I could use that.
Our signature skincare cream designed to quench your skin's thirst and make it shine like Bruce Leroy in The Last Dragon.
Did you just show your age?
Get your box today at SouthsideBeautyCare.com. Already. So you know we are back in the building. So we're gonna be going live and hitting y'all with some more music. This here was Flesh Raw Rhythm by Disciple DJ. So make sure y'all get live with that one. Alright, but y'all already know what we're about. We're about bringing y'all that information that keeps your mind going, keep your life moving in here. So now we just found out that after Roe versus Wade can being like pretty much challenged right now, you got all these different states that's pretty much passing trigger laws, meaning that as soon as Roe versus Wade is overturned, they're gonna boom hit that trigger, boom, and make abortion illegal. Now, however you feel about that is how you feel about that. We would love to hear your opinion on it. Just hit the chat box up or go on Facebook or our Facebook page or our Facebook group page of Bosses Retreat. We'd love to hear your opinion on that. But when it comes to Oklahoma's legislator on Thursday, they passed a bill that will ban abortions from the stage of fertilization and allow private citizens to sue abortion providers who knowingly perform and induce an abortion on a pregnant woman. Now, put my thoughts about abortion to the side. I think this is kind of stupid how you want to let private citizens sue abortion providers who have, these private citizens have nothing to do with any of this, but yet they see a woman going into a place that they think is an abortion center, and now all of a sudden they got a lawsuit. I don't know how to feel about that. But anyways, the legislation is among the nation's strictest bills on abortion, and it is a clear rebuke of the protections granted in the landmark 1973 case Roe versus Wade, with abortion rights advocates vowing to mount a legal challenge should it be signed into law. Now, the bill prohibits abortions at any stage of pregnancy, with exceptions for medical emergencies or if the pregnancy was a result of rape, sexual assault, or incest. Now, let me talk about this. I get the medical emergencies, and I get rape, and I get sexual assault, which I thought rape was. But what I don't get is the incest. Unless the incest happened because of rape or sexual assault. If brother and sister were just fucking around, they got a baby now. Hey, guess who got to take care of that baby? I'm sorry, I don't believe that baby should be taken out. I think they should be punished. I think the brother, because isn't incest illegal? I'm not sure if it is, but I'm pretty sure it is. But I need to look that up. I never had to worry about a case of incest, so I ain't never had to look up and see if it's legalities or not. But I just know one thing. If it's legal, let the motherfuckers have their baby. They got to take care of it. If it comes out all messed up, hey, they got to take care of it. No. They shouldn't even be allowed to get any government assistance. Because that's sick. That is sick for a mother to touch her son in that way. It is sick for a father to touch his daughter in that way. It is sick for a brother and cousins and nephews and uncles and all of that. That is just sick. And if they have that mentality and y'all don't want to lock them up, let them deal with the consequences of that shit. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Now, the House Bill 4327 defines fertilization as the fusion of a human spermatozoon with a human ovum, meaning when the sperm hit the egg. Though the bill considers a pregnancy to begin at fertilization and not implantation, the bill does not restrict the use of forms of contraception that prevent a fertilized egg from implanting in a uterus. According to the bill, abortion does not include the use, prescription, and administration, procuring, or selling of Plan B, morning after pills, or any other type of contraception or emergency contraception. So what they're pretty much saying is, you got all of this stuff to keep you from getting pregnant, just don't get pregnant. You know, in a kind of a way, I feel that because that's what we teach our young daughters and stuff. Like, please protect yourself. We don't want you to have a baby in high school. But I think that's kind of different when you become an adult. But so I'm gonna leave that for you all to discuss. But I know for a fact that this is what we teach our young girls from a young age when they start. When they're old enough to bleed, they're old enough to breed. We start teaching them because we don't know if they're out there having sex yet. We hope they aren't. So this is why we tell them that if you are having sex, protect yourself. Know about condoms, both female and men condoms. Know about Plan B. Know about different other types of contraceptions out there that could keep you from even having to go spend the abortion money in the first place. That's where I'm at. Hey, you can go get the abortion if you want. I'm pro-choice till it comes to my child, and I'm pro-life about my child. This is why I will pick a woman who is pro-life about her child, so that we know that if she gets pregnant, we're having a child. Abortion isn't even a discussion because it was already discussed before we even slept together. But I do for the medical emergencies, for the rape, sexual assaults, those things, I do feel like abortion should be available for. Now, do I think abortion should be outlawed? I'm not going to go that far because I'm not the type to put my opinions on anybody else's life. But I do believe that in those situations, if you're going to restrict abortion, those are the situations that should get a pass. Period. Now, the GOP state representative Wendy Stearman, the bill's sponsor, told CNN that she, and quote, "Our intent is to discourage abortion, not contraception." You ain't discouraging abortion, you're stopping abortion. Or trying to. That's not discouraging. Discouraging is telling people, please don't get an abortion. You can go get one, but don't. You don't need to. That's discouraging it. But Oklahoma's House of Representatives approved the measure by a vote of 73-16, and it now heads to the desk of the Republican Governor Kevin Stitt, who has previously pledged to sign every piece of legislation limiting abortion that reaches his desk. That means that Oklahoma is a Republican state. It's a red state. So pretty much if you live in Oklahoma and you want to get abortions, then you just need to go ahead and move. That's how I see it. Just move. That would solve all your problems right there. Go to a state where even if they overturn Roe versus Wade, you know you could get an abortion in. If that is what you really are worried about. I'm not saying don't fight for your right to have abortions. All I'm saying is when they pass this, you need to go to a state that does not have these laws. Period. This way you don't get caught up in the drama while trying to fight it. See, this is what happens with a lot of people. They end up trying to fight unjust laws or unjust policies and things of that nature, but then they end up getting caught up by these same unjust laws because these people who create these unjust laws, they don't want you to fight it. So if they don't want you to fight it, they're going to fight you. And if they fight you, they got the power. They got the money. They going to win. And guess what? They're going to use you as a prime example for their case. Just want y'all to understand that. Because it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. I am all for your body, your choice. But what I'm also not for, I'm not going to say, because I've been seeing this meme going around all Facebook and I don't like this shit. How is y'all going to say that you're going to force men to get a vasectomy simply because it's reversible and that should be birth control? wait a minute. No, you're not going to force me to do a motherfucking thing. You're not. You don't want to be forced to do something. So how are you going to suggest that you force somebody else? That is not a solution. That is stupidity. Because what you're saying now is, oh yeah, you know what? You're right. Stop abortions and give them vasectomies. Because guess what? You give them the right to force us to do something. They're going to take that right and flip it on you. And guess what? Now you can't get an abortion and I got a vasectomy. Ain't nobody snipping mine. I don't believe in that. So don't force. You don't want me to force. You don't want them to force their beliefs on you, but you want to force your beliefs on me. This is how you hypocritical human beings are. And this is why, and I'm going to put this out there, I have no problem with the LGBTQ community. I have no problem with them. What I have a problem with is people forcing their ideas and opinions on other people. If you're LGBTQ and you are living your life and not bothering anybody, I will fight for your right. For you gay men out there, you ain't bothering anybody, I will fight for your right to take a dick in your ass while you keep a smile on your face. Because you gotta be a bigger man than me, because I can't do it. I'm sorry, I personally can't do it. But you're a bigger man than me if you could bend over, take a dick in your ass, keep a smile on your face. Hey, take all the dick you want, enjoy it, and I will fight for your right to be able to take that dick. But with that being said, I'm out, and this is your girl, Sky the Limit, with FWB, Friends with Benefits. Make sure y'all tune in this Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern to catch your girl Sky the Limit. Also, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to us on your favorite streaming service. That way you can be notified every time a new episode comes out. And also follow us on our website at sbcmovement.com. Share us to your family and friends. Tell them that we here and we ain't going nowhere. Baby, this is FWB.
Hey, House Records. Oh, sky to limit. Don't wanna be lonely. Come and hold me, baby. Yeah. Sitting by myself, chilling on the weekend. Nowhere to go, so no point in leave home. I've been single for a while, need some relieving. Feeling lonely, so I call a friend's phone. He pulled up cause he been feeling how I'm feeling. Told him to stay, don't feel like being alone. Could tell he wanted from the vibe that I'm receiving. Guess we both need healing. My FWB, best friend with benefit, cause now you chillin' with me. FWB, we chillin' on the weekend. Yeah, you could be my FWB, best friend with benefit, cause now you chillin' with me. FWB, we chillin' on the weekend. Oh no, I want you to love me, baby. Yeah, I want you to love me, baby. Oh, because I so boy get comfortable. Been friends long time, now I feel take it to another level. Me want to ring my bell like Neville. Yes, I can be a rebel. Go down for you like this, come up back like a treble. Oh yeah, hey, my one touch from when. But skeptic with the who the time I spend. No one nothing too serious right now. Just want a man with cool fi hang. And anytime we want make love, we link again. You could be my FWB, best friend with benefit, cause now you chillin' with me. FWB, we chillin' on the weekend. Yeah, you could be my FWB, best friend with benefit, cause now you chillin' with me. FWB, we chillin' on the weekend. Oh no, I want you to love me, baby. Yeah, I want you to love me, baby. Oh no, I want you to love me, baby. I want you to love me, oh baby. I want you to love I want you to love me, baby. Oh.
BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio. BOSS Radio.